Dynasty podcast with yours truly, Trevor and Juan. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm all right. It's our third recording of the day. We are both recording today. We have busy people, so
Yeah, we are.
can't be here on Friday. Plus, the games start on Saturday anyway, so I wanted to get this out at least a full day before the games actually commence. So today we're going to be talking about the games coming up. We may touch a little bit on WWE because some interesting stuff happened yesterday, and it's WrestleMania season, so yeah, might as well talk about that for like 3 minutes. Just 3 minutes.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Like that.
No, let's talk about that shit right now. Fuck it. We can go on with it. So Royal Rumble is very funny. They gave an excuse not for Brock Lesnar to not fucking, pretend his title. So he's going to be in the Royal Rumble, number one, coming out. Non-championship match, obviously. So I'm guessing the stipulation is going to be the same. Whoever wins it gets a time opportunity for whatever show they're in or whatever. So he's going to be in there. It's hilarious to me. He's going to eliminate like 10 people. It's going to be fun. I can't wait to see him do it. I just don't understand the reason as to why you can't just have somebody fight him. But it's fucking lazy.
It's lazy booking.
Lazy booking, they do with Brock Lesnar all the time. Same old shit.
Yeah.
It's what it is. You got Becky and Asuka's going to be cool.
Which they did a good job building that, obviously.
Yeah.
Because, hey, they booked it as Becky Lynch has been champion for over a year.
And the one woman she can't beat.
And she can't beat is Asuka.
Because if you remember, when she was, not last, but the time before that, when she was SmackDown Women's Champion in the beginning of this year, Asuka. Who did she drop the title to?
Asuka.
So I like how they're putting that in there.
And it's at least they can make it Asuka relevant again because she's been in obscurity for the last couple of months.
Yeah, and she's gonna lose anyway.
She's gonna lose, unfortunately. But they're only doing this for her because her partner Kerry Singh got injured.
Yeah,
a serious head injury. So they're gonna take
God bless
time.
her.
God bless her though. She's gonna hot.
Okay, that has nothing to do with this. And they're starting to book Charlotte pretty hard now again. So I wonder if she's gonna win something on that Sunday.
She gonna win the Royal Rumble.
That's what I think she's gonna win.
She'll win the Women's Royal Rumble because why not?
Because who else?
Who else?
That's why I think who else. Same thing with the men's.
But my thing is that what would they do then? Like, who will be her big WrestleMania match or big main matchup for her with? Because listen, we really like Charlotte or not, she's pretty much toyed as the best women's wrestler of all time, just because of how they booked her and
who her daddy is,
and everything. Other than that, but I want to see because they're talking about Becky Lynch and they're talking about I don't know what they're gonna do, but I like watching wrestling around this time of year because it's the Royal Rumble season.
I will say this: every WrestleMania season, whether the WrestleMania is good or not, there's always one storyline that's pretty entertaining and actually that Vince for once does a good job with. So I'm interested to see which one he'll put out his ass this year. I'll make us, actually tune into, because for now there's nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what the hell Roman Reigns is doing. Even though I think he's winning the Royal Rumble because I don't know what the hell else.
Yeah.
Because I really think he's going to be the one to throw Bray Wyatt. So I think he's going to win it. But
which honestly I think would be a big mistake.
You think so? I don't mind, to be honest.
I think it's going to be a big mistake. Why would it be a big mistake? Because I don't think the WWE Universe, like I said, they've been really happy with Roman Reigns not being the focal point of the show. So they're like, all right, cool, because let him do this, let him be that. So the crowd's not booing him. They're not booing him yet. But if they put a title on him, they're going to go back to him being booed. And also, in all seriousness, I think they're afraid of giving the title to him because it's like, he got sick. Last time he won the title, he got sick. So it's like, so the case of him getting sick again with his leukemia coming back, they probably don't want to, invest in him like that. It's not his fault, though. It happens.
Of course not.
No one's questioning Roman Reigns, the person. He's a great guy. But the character, nobody wants to see the character. Nobody wants it. But it's what it is at this point.
That's what I think is going to happen.
Unfortunately.
Because Daniel is going against The Fiend in Royal Rumble, and he's going to lose again. So that's what's going to happen.
NXT, honestly speaking, has honestly been holding down WWE for the longest. I thoroughly enjoy it. I like what they're doing. I think with them having NXT as its own brand, think about it. People say, "Oh, it's developmental." How is developmental if it's on national TV?
And if it's better.
And it's better. Yeah, and they booked it so hard during the Survivor Series pay-per-view. to make them a legitimate threat in that.
They actually won out the pay-per-view.
Yeah, so it was great. So I like how they, first of all, they weren't doing anything with Finn Balor. Now he's at NXT. He's like a breath of fresh air. They was thinking about putting Nakamura and Sami Zayn on NXT.
That would have been freaking
which
fire.
was great because, like I said, it's not about NXT. It's like, all right, fine, you're not on the road like you're on the main roster. You're back down there. You're recording literally once a week, whatever, and you maybe have a couple of house shows sparsely, but it's like you can tell the people in NXT they're really into what they're doing.
They are. It's to the point where Ciampa, that's my favorite NXT star, by the way. Ciampa says, if you're going to take me out of here, I'm retiring. Yeah. He's like, he is not playing around. Like, don't ever put me in the main roster.
They tried. You know how they trying to make Johnny Gargano go up to the main roster? They've tried so many times, but it's like, as soon as NXT decide I'm going to go to the national stage, they're like, nah, you got to stay here.
They have to.
Honestly, why not?
Yeah, him, as a Johnny, who's the heart and soul of NXT, has been that way for the last few years. Ciampa, Adam Cole's freaking killing the last year. Now they have Finn Balor back, who's doing good things too. Oh, Velveteen Dream is really good.
Keith Lee is really good. It's very, very good. When he came from, I think he came from ROH. ROH he came from, and they were saying that
Ring of Honor, you got it.
Yeah, Ring of Honor, yeah. And when he did a lot of independent things. When they signed him, they weren't really doing much with him for like last year. They didn't do anything with him last year because before they went national, they said, "Oh, we only delegate you to a certain amount of time." Now that they're on 2 hours a week now, you get able to move around and maneuver. You see people you wouldn't normally see last year. Now you see them. Listen, I personally think my favorite women's wrestler on NXT is Shayna Baszler. I've been a fan for her for years.
That's also an interesting topic because she is also not champion anymore, and I wonder why.
I think they'll move her to Becky, towards Becky for WrestleMania, which will be a great matchup.
Which also might mean that she might win the Royal Rumble too.
Who knows?
Which I would love.
But I want to see how they. Oh, and they're also talking about Io Shirai coming out to the main roster, which will make sense because they need more name cachet on the women's division.
You see, the thing is that
the problem is the NXT women's division suffers from it.
And wait, I'm gonna get racist. I don't like how Vince treats the Asian people, as you can see.
I don't like it at all. So
I don't want her to go and get ruined like the rest of them.
But you have to be racist. Think of something. What's in a month away from now? The XFL. So the chances of him doing both the XFL and WWE full time, it's gonna be damn near impossible.
I hope not.
So I hope he says.
I just think it's not gonna matter because it's WrestleMania season, and I think he will prioritize that over the XFL. So I don't know about that. This is Super Bowl season for them basically. So he's not gonna let that go. I don't know. Well, I said we're gonna talk about 3 minutes. It's been triple that. So it was fun. We will talk about this more next week. I actually talked to one of my friends in high school who's actually a personal trainer and a massive WWE fan. Might bring him in. Remember Anthony Craig?
Yeah, I remember. Of course, I remember Anthony Craig. He's a big Patriot fan too.
Yeah, I might bring him in next week. I already spoke to him. Very, very good, insightful guy. Yeah, I might bring him in.
My little brother, I would tell him I would bring him in, but obviously I couldn't bring him in today. But the next episode for this WWE thing, we're definitely gonna bring him in too because I promised him. He's like, "Come on, with the podcast." Like, listen, relax. I'm a busy man. But other than that, yeah. So that's what it is.
Yeah. So let's get on to Saturday and Sunday's action. So I went 1-3 in a wildcard round.
I was 0-4.
So yeah, we sucked.
0-4.
So the way my bracket went, if I'm not mistaken, is I had New England going to the next round, which they're not. I had Buffalo going to the next round, which they're not. I had Seattle going to the next round, which they are, but they're not playing the team I thought they were going to play. And what was the other team? Oh, Saints going on, which they're not.
So my entire bracket is screwed up.
Yes, I only have one line, and not even because they went to another spot. So my bracket is messed up too. This is why I told y'all it's something to change because we could screw it up, and there you go.
Which we did.
Yeah, we did. However,
1-4-7.
I know, right? However, at least for me, my conference championships can still happen because I had those teams losing either way. So I still had San Francisco in there, and I still had Green Bay, which is still in play. I have Baltimore, Kansas City still. I have both 1 and 2s in play.
Oh no.
So I'm still there.
My thing's all messed up already.
Yeah, this isn't March Madness, so everything has to be perfect. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
we should do that too.
I've never done bracket before. So
I've done it many times. It's very difficult.
Yeah, it's hard because I don't know anything.
It's very hard.
Well, yeah. So let's go through it. Saturday's first game is going to be Minnesota at the number 1 seeded 49ers. They are favored by a touchdown.
I think that's favorable. I think that's a good spread. I would take the points for the 49ers, and
Me too.
They'll win this game.
Yeah, the Kirk Cousins magic is over because it's not 1 o'clock. It's 4 o'clock. No, I'm kidding. I'm letting him go. He finally got his big moment. I'm not going to destroy him right now for it.
But
I just think 49ers is a better team.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, this.
But I don't know. The 49ers should win this game. But I would not be surprised, honestly, if it's a dogfight.
No, definitely not. No.
Going into the third quarter, into the fourth quarter, and then the 49ers pull away.
Yeah, that's what is going to happen.
I think that's what's going to happen. But I think the Vikings somehow go on to Santa Clara and knock them off.
Yeah, that'll make me go crazy.
Then you got to give Kirk Cousins his money.
Yeah, basically.
You got to give him his extension.
He finally did exactly what Case Keenum did.
you gotta give him his money because it's like, yo, I mean, he has money already, but he's basically gonna be in Minnesota for the rest of his life. I would have let him go. But that's gonna be crazy. But the 49ers should win this game.
Yeah, so in this case, the Saints and the 49ers are actually run their offense in 2 completely different ways. So this time, the Minnesota Vikings are going against a Cerberus of running backs instead of just the one they had to deal with without Kamara, dealing with 3 of them who are all fast as crap, who all can catch, who all have great cutback skills. And this offensive line is much better at run blocking than New Orleans is. So this is a complete different animal. Plus, New Orleans has only one guy who can catch the ball. The 49ers don't have just one guy.
They have multiple.
They have multiple. They have the best tight end in the NFL, who baby Gronk and George Kittle have to deal with. They have to deal with Emmanuel Sanders, and they have to deal with emerging Deebo Samuel now. So that's 3 guys, not including the 3 running backs, that can catch the ball, are all good at it. So this is a problem. The X factor here is going to be what the X factor was all season about the 49ers, and that is how Jimmy Garoppolo will handle the biggest moment of his career, even though he's been to multiple Super Bowls. He just been at it in the bench.
Just sit his ass down.
Yeah, now he's going to be in his first playoff game, bright lights, national televised, the biggest game of his career. How is he going to deal with this?
I think he'll get the win.
I think he will too. I think he will definitely show up, and I think that Mike Zimmer will actually probably conservatize himself to the point where they fuck up. Because he's very conservative, probably to a fault. So that might come to bite him in the ass against the best team in the NFL, to me. So that's an answer for that. Next game. The other side of the freaking bracket, the Ravens will host the Titans. The Ravens are favored by 10 points. I wouldn't be surprised if they beat the crap out of them, but to be safe, I wouldn't take the points. I think Mike Vrabel will have something in store for that overrated offense, and they will slow down the Lamar Jackson just like almost every other team did in December, which no one wants to mention, by the way. But the only team that the Ravens been looking like God against in the last few games was the worst team in the NFL, the Bengals. So get the hell out of my face. Even Cleveland they slowed them down a second time. So 49ers did it, but the best team in the NFL. And the Bills did it. Those are 3 games in a row they got slowed down before they had their last stretch. So everyone's saying they're so unstoppable. They may have gotten figured out, but we're going to find out about how they got figured out in this Saturday night's game. I don't think they're covering the spread, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do put the beats on Tennessee, though, to be 100% honest.
They're not covering the spread. They're not. the Titans that will swagger on them, even though I think they'll be able to run the ball efficiently well in this game, maybe, but
I think I know where you're going with this.
I just don't know, because it's like, listen, the Ravens are, like I said before, in multiple episodes before, they can't be beat. They can't be beat.
They're not world beaters. No.
They're not. I think you can able to slow them down a little bit. I think he can slow them down. I think Mike Vrabel can slow them down a little bit. Are they gonna win this game? Probably not. But it won't be as convincing as people say they are. 10 points is really high.
It is really high. Well, I think Derrick Henry, I guarantee you, will not be running for 200 plus yards against this team. It's impossible. Not against this team. If there's anything this defense knows how to do, if they're not named Nick Chubb, is they know how to stop the run. They will do it. They got some big boys in that defensive line, so they know how to stop the run. So Derrick Henry, in his best day against his team, will at half what he did, which is still good. 100 yards is still really good. It may take you over 20 attempts to do that, though, and I don't know if you're going to score. So this is going to be tough. That offensive line in Titans, though, did do a really good job, but that is against a weaker New England front. This is a big men you're going against this defensive line, so I'm not sure if they're going to wind up doing that. And what gets me about Tannehill is that he is another guy who loves to hold on to the ball for 55 years, and he's doing this against the team who blitzes by and far the most in the NFL. So that's not good. That's not a good matchup at all. New England easily locked up Ryan Tannehill and company. Easily did it. Outside of 2 catches without backup safety. So I kind of think that New England may have laid out a blueprint to stop Tannehill, and that is easy pickings for John Harbaugh, especially since their defense is run similarly to New England's defense. So unfortunately, again, I would not be surprised if they easily cover the spread, but I just don't think they will. I think Mike Vrabel will get his elite coaching hat off and come up with something to keep this game very interesting and to keep us watching it. But this is a tough one to call. I think Baltimore's moving on, though. Unfortunately. I don't care what you say about me. Unfortunately. Anyway, now Sunday, 3 o'clock game, Texans at Chiefs. The Chiefs, for some god-awful reason, is favored by 10 points when they lost this team in the regular season. Interesting.
Not only the Chiefs not going to cover this game, not going to cover the point spread, they're going to lose this game to the Texans.
Ooh.
They're going to lose to the Texans. I'll tell you why. Why. Like I mentioned before, first of all, that Chiefs defense is
not good. No, I mean,
they're not good at all. I don't see, like I said, the Bills' defense was good. They were able to shut out. They were able to shut out D-Hop for literally 3 quarters, 2.5 quarters. They shut them out. There's nobody on that Chiefs secondary that can do that to them. So I expect it to be a shootout.
And they lost one of their best defenders in Juan Thornhill, their rookie. He was actually balling with Tyrann Mathieu. I think he may be out for the playoffs. So that's a savage loss.
It's going to be a shootout. It's going to be a very, very high scoring game.
It's like the first time they played.
A very high scoring game, probably like 30-28, something like that. But the Texans are going to win this game. Not only because the defense is not that good, and it won't be. It's playoff times. You know what that means.
Oh, you already know.
Andy Reid will find a way to fuck this up. He will find a way. In a game that's winnable at home, he will find a way to screw this up. And that's why I'm going with the Texans. Now, had they went against New England in this game, I wouldn't be, I would still think he would have screwed it up anyway. But I think since they're not giving the Texans not much of a chance in this game, 10 points.
Yeah,
they're saying that they have no shot.
Yeah, they're looking at that.
So
Texans see it.
I don't know. I mean, like I said, the Chiefs can run the ball. David Williams, he runs the ball when he wants to. Against really bad teams, he runs well. Against pretty decent playoff teams like Texans, non-existent. They're basically the same team. They're literally basically the same team, except the Texans have have J.J. Watt, who is better than every defensive player on the Chiefs.
Yes, he is. That is a fact.
But I'm going to go with the Texans to win this game because I'm telling you,
Andy Reid.
If they lose this game because of Andy Reid or something dumb in the coaching staff, I'm just going to laugh. And two, because I hate the Chiefs. I don't hate the Chiefs. I just really, really dislike them. I just like their fan base. Not all of them, but some of them are just dicks because they act like they've never been there before, which they haven't.
They haven't.
They haven't. And when they have a little bit of taste of goodness, they're like, ugh. It's kind of like that girl that you want, and you know damn well you out of her league, and the next thing you know, oh, somehow, some way she happens to DM you, you DM her, and she responds to you, oh yeah. And then
you get all hype.
You get all hype and everything, and just when she's about to give you the draws, you do something dumb. You say something dumb. So, oh yeah, to all your boys and everything. And she's like, really thirsty effort. Now you're not getting nothing. That's the Chief right there. Yes, I use that analogy. So what?
Interesting. We're going back to football now. I'm actually picking the Chiefs to win this game. Just not covering that spread. No fucking 10 points. That's disrespectful. You know they lost this team in the regular season. I hope people remember that. So, there was a couple of plays in that game that I think I'm gonna rewatch before this game, so I can see there were so many plays that went either way. I don't think those plays will happen anymore. I think Chiefs will take it over. I understand what he's saying though. There's always that Andy Reid factor that I have to deal with, but doesn't mean that Bill O'Brien will do the same dumb shit either. It almost happened against the Bills. So he made choke to the point where he this first person to out choke Andy Reid, and I hope I see it. It'll be fucking hilarious to me. That'd be more funny than Andy Reid doing Andy Reid things. The first guy to out choke Andy Reid.
And he almost did. He almost out choked himself against Buffalo.
That's what I'm saying. He could do it.
That's crazy.
So that may cancel out. I'm just gonna roll with cojones at this point. The better guy, arguably the best player on the field, Team and J.J. Watt. I'm going to go with him. I don't have a real analytical reason because they're evenly matched, to be honest. So it can go either way. I'm going with a better quarterback. I'm going to go with home field advantage. I'm going to go with the fact that I really want Bill O'Brien to fuck up worse than Andy Reid. It would be hilarious to me. I'm just going to go with that. Now, I'm going with the quarterback, though. That's the only reason why I'm going with Chiefs. The last game, the toughest one to call, actually, to me. Seahawks at Packers. Packers are favored by 4. It's at 6 o'clock at night at Lambeau Field.
Eastern time.
Yeah, Eastern time. I'm
going with the Packers. The Seahawks did not impress me at all in this game against a really bad Philadelphia Eagles team. Injured, riddled Eagles team. Only managed 17 points. Even against the backup, really managed 17 points. I like how they got Metcalf involved, especially since we always say he's a one-trick pony. Like, he can't run routes and everything. But
I haven't seen anything different when I watch him play. But
I mean, true indeed. But I like he's getting involved, so it's like, pretty cool. Now, the Packers have been playing very soft the last few weeks, and now with the week off, they are at home, whatever. Will the Packers defense show up? Because they've literally played soft all year. Let's be honest right then and there. They played soft all year. But I think they'll be able to counter Russell Wilson and the Seahawks, and they should win this game.
Unfortunately, I'm picking the Packers too.
Oh, yeah.
God dang it. I really don't. I'm hoping to Lord Jesus Christ that Seattle wins this because it'll make my day. But
and he's going to absolutely destroy Aaron Rodgers next week.
Oh, yes. That's really what I want. Oh, man. But anyway, non-biased. All right. So I'm picking Green Bay Packers to win this game. Seattle is injury-riddled themselves. They don't have a running game at all, which is the biggest weakness of the Packers defense. The Packers' pass defense is not bad at all. They have a great pass rush, which unfortunately they're going against a very weak offensive line. They're very good at causing pressure. So as long as they can contain Russell Wilson, they always have a shot to completely obliterate this offense, which we've seen happen multiple times. Philadelphia Eagles defense did actually a great job against them. But since the offense literally has no players to play, it's hard to score more than 9 points. So I don't want to say Philly they are a small blueprint, but they kind of did give you a little bit of insight as to what you should do to slow them down. Them and the Cardinals did a good job too. So Green Bay has plenty of tape to know how to exploit their weaknesses. Like he said about DK Metcalf, he's, as good as he played, he went to the perfect situation because he is 100% a one-trick pony. And since the Green Bay Packers has a pretty young but decent secondary, as long as they stay up top, he won't be able to do much. Tyler Lockett is close to the same thing. He is not that good of a pass catcher himself. He's another one-trick pony, so he's not going to be able to do much. So Green Bay has a significant advantage. So how Seattle has a chance to win this? Okay. Green Bay does not know how to play 60 minutes of football.
They do not.
They don't. They haven't proved that all season. So Seattle can exploit that since they are most definitely a second half team. Russell Wilson knows how to turn it on when it's time to turn it on. Aaron Rodgers has not been that good this year. It's not worse than last year. Last year was god-awful trash. This year, he's looking a little bit above average this year. He has been very mellow in his play. So Seattle has a chance to exploit that by using Jadeveon Clowney against Aaron Jones. If they can contain Aaron Jones, that defense will have a shot. It's just that you got to deal with Devontae Adams, who's freaking wonderful. So they have to figure out a way to lock him up. So it's dire, but it's possible. The good thing, again, about that is that maybe the young coach who hasn't been able to coach a full 60 minutes of football, he may be in over his head for once this game, and we'll find out. But all the writing on the wall says that Green Bay should win this game. They should squeak it out, and they should be able to go to Santa Clara the week after that against a team who they got completely shellacked against a couple weeks ago. So we'll see what happens there. I am picking the Packers, even though my heart is beating blue and green. But I'm picking the Packers. 1-2 versus 1-2 on both conferences is what I have. Trevor has the Texans going on instead of the Kansas City Chiefs, so it'll be 1 versus 4. They're 4, right? Yeah, 1 versus 4. So we'll see what happens. This is all we got for today. So I don't know if I said it earlier, but I'll say it again either way.
Like, share, and subscribe on
He'll
iTunes.
say it, my bad.
Like, share, and subscribe on iTunes, Google Play Radio, Spotify, iHeartradio,
Stitcher Google
Radio.
Play. If you didn't say that already, I don't remember.
And follow us on Twitter on @Podcast Dynasty. You won't regret it.
You won't regret it.
Besides that, have a safe evening, and we'll see you soon.
What's up?